What's up, everybody? We are back with another episode of Abby's Abode. And we're back. We're glad to see all of you here. I saw that news earlier, James. I want to send our condolences and prayers to Jade Cargill and her family, and also want to do the same for Jody. I just want to check in with you and see how you're doing. And give you the space to share any information you may want to share.
Sure. My great aunt passed away today. My mom called me yesterday and said that she wasn't doing well. So, um, yeah, that happened today. Pretty much, pretty much every memory I have of my childhood was with my grandma and my aunt Maggie. So, a little rough.
We're definitely keeping you in our thoughts and prayers and your family. Hopefully we can take a little bit of time here to maybe uplift some spirits and have some smiles and some good thoughts here. But I want to say hello to everyone in the chat. Thank you all for joining us. Let me go down the list real quick here. Clown, John, Static Marie. I was apparently in the chat at one point. Diana, Jeremy, a member of our channel. Thank you, Jeremy. James Chadwick, Chris from Twitch, and Dylan. What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us. We've got a lot that we're going to get to this evening. We got quite a few things. We want to do a little bit of catch up. So we'll start with some music. We'll start with that, and I'll turn it over to Jody to handle this next segment or so.
Yeah, so Brandon Lake, tickets are on sale now for his Hair Off the Roof tour that he's going to be doing in like March, April, May. The album is incredible. We actually just got delivered today the album on vinyl, and it's brilliant. It's amazing. So don't don't sleep on Brandon Lake. He's phenomenal. And if you get a chance to go and see him at any of these dates, Charleston, South Carolina is actually where he's from and where he lives. And he is still the worship leader at his church in Charleston, which is wild.
Yeah.
So it is the he said the Charleston show is the biggest venue he's like ever done by himself. Um, so that's gonna be huge for him. I'm really, really excited for him. So yeah, definitely make sure you go check out the Brandon Lake Tear Off the Roof tour. I'm sure he will be doing more. I pretty much feel like he's on the road all the time. I know they want to do a summer worship nights tour again next summer. And I definitely want to go see him again, because the last time it was 6 days after my spinal surgery, and I don't remember a lot of it. So I remember being miserable and in pain, but loving the music.
That's awesome. I didn't realize he was a fellow South Carolinian. I didn't. I
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah, they still live. Yeah, still live in Charleston, South Carolina. I would love to go to that show.
That
That's
would be tremendous.
That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Hey, Alicia. Thank you. Thank you so much. Jody, Alicia sending you that message there, saying she's sending lots of love, hugs, and prayers to you.
Thank you.
Uh, all right. So, speaking of someone else who's on tour right now, we'll go to Caleb's Corner. So, Jody, take it away.
Yeah, Caleb is still out on tour with Trans Siberian Orchestra. All of his Instagram videos and pictures look like he's just having a blast, that they're all having a blast. Apparently, he's a big fan of avocado toast, which is nasty, but and there go our smoke alarms again. Um, yeah, I'm not a big avocado person. So avocado toast sounds gross. Not a guacamole person. I don't know why. I think it's a texture thing. I don't like bananas either. But yeah, looks like he is having an absolute blast out on tour. And everybody's loving it. The whole crew's loving it. Um, I love that picture. That's one of my favorite ones. With Chris and Joel. They're um, phenomenal guitarists, and I mean they're just quintessential, 80s hair bands. Joel there is actually the guitarist for Whitesnake. So um and yeah, he's been posting pictures on the road with friends and family that have come to visit, which has been great. I'm really glad that he's able to have a little bit of downtime, because I'm sure that tour is absolutely wild. They do two some of these dates, they're doing two shows a night, and then they're on the bus and off to the next one. And if you've ever seen that YouTube video of them actually setting up, they did it like a few years ago, but it was like a YouTube video of the setup and what it actually takes to set up a Trans-Siberian Orchestra show, and it's insane. And I can't believe that they take it all down and then go to the next city and do it all again. Like, props to them, because that's a lot. A
Yeah.
lot goes into these shows, and obviously we see the wonderful products of it with with the lighting and the pyro and the techno, everything, and the fog and all of that stuff, and we see the amazing talent that all of these people have, but we don't really stop to kind of think about everything that goes into it. And so major props to all the tech crew and everybody behind the scenes that make that show happen. It's a phenomenal show, and Caleb is a piece of that, obviously. But and celebrating Meatloaf, they announced this date a little while back. January 20th is going to be the first date of the year for them in Mississippi. But they've also just announced a couple days ago two brand new dates. One of them is in Staten Island, New York, and it is, hold on, I have a picture of it. Um, at the St. George Theater on Saturday, March 30th. And then there is one, I believe it's the 28th of March at the Colonial, which is going to be really exciting for them too. So they're going to continue to announce dates, kind of as the year starts and progresses, and the second he gets anywhere near um, Indiana, I'll be there, because he owes me a bear hug. And these are the remaining dates for Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I did invite them, no joke, since they've got a little bit, they're in Michigan for Christmas, it looks like. Not too far from me, maybe 4 hours drive from me. So I legit posted an Instagram story and said, look, if you guys aren't going anywhere for Christmas and you're stuck in Michigan, hop on, 65 South and come have Christmas dinner with us. So open invitation. If I don't know what they're planning on doing with their 3 days off, but hop on down to Indianapolis and come have Christmas dinner with us. Our house is your house.
There you go.
And September 2024, they're going back to the UK. I know they're really, really excited about this. I know the tour last year, unfortunately, a lot of them got sick towards the end of it. So I'm sure they want to give it redemption and, not do it right, because they did it right then. It just, unfortunately, some of them got sick. So yeah, I'm sure they want to really, really go for it this time, and hopefully none of them get sick.
Yeah.
But
Right.
fabulous, fabulous show. I've seen the Celebrating Meatloaf show several times. It's different every time, And I know I know Caleb really enjoys kind of getting into it and doing a little bit of acting, and he's so good at that. He's got amazing stage presence and natural born performer.
Yeah. And again, I'm going to plug this every time we come on this show, but if you want to learn more about Caleb, there's a video on our channel of Jodie doing an interview with Caleb Johnson. So go check that out, drop a like on it and drop a comment.
We had fun with it. He was very gracious with his time. We ended up talking for about 45 minutes, which was awesome. That's like the longest I've been able to actually have a one-on-one conversation with him, because most of the time it's 5 or 10 minutes at a show or something like that. So it was nice to sit down and learn some new things about him and about how he how he decided on this as a career and how that kind of happened. And yeah, it was a really fun interview. I would love to do another one.
Yeah, it was very well done by you, Jodie. So awesome. Awesome job. And in the spirit of that, we have a little bit of an announcement in terms of a contest.
Hmm.
So I'll throw this on the screen and let you take it away again.
Our Caleb's Corner Christmas giveaway. Look, I need you guys' suggestions on this because I don't know what to do for a contest, but I just knew that I wanted to support Caleb in any way that I could. So I legit went onto his store and bought 10 each of his 2 albums, Mountain Mojo Volume 1 and Born from Southern Ground. And what I would like to do is give them away as a pair so that you have both of his albums. I'm not opposed to giving them away separately, but so right now they're in 10 pairs. So I just don't know what you guys want to do as a contest.
Yeah,
I
give
have
us
no idea.
drop some suggestions in the chat. If you're watching this after the fact, drop some comments below the video and let us know. Give us some ideas, and next week I'd say or sometime this week we'll post something out to social media and let you all know what we've come up with.
And Caleb is aware that I'm doing this as well, which is very sweet of him.
Well, speaking of something that's very sweet of him, I wanted to share this too before we go into the rest of the show. So,
This made me cry. Yeah.
so yeah, here we go.
Jodie Gilly, what is going on? It's Caleb Johnson here. Hope you're doing well. Apologies for the delay on this video. I've been out on the road with TSO for the past couple of weeks and I finally got a chance to give you this shout out video. And I wanted to send my deepest and sincerest condolences to you. I know how much you love Bray, how much he meant to you and all your community that you built around him. He seemed like an awesome dude. And again, I just want to send my condolences and prayers and thoughts to you and your friends and your family for such a tragic loss, and he passed away way too soon. But hope you're doing well. I want to wish you and your family a happy Thanksgiving. And absolutely, I will give you a big old bear hug the next time I see you at a show. Peace, love, and rock and roll.
There you go. That was awesome.
He's such a nice guy.
Yeah,
He's right up there with Bray in terms of really giving back.
Yeah.
And not saying no. And I mean that in a good way. Like I don't think Bray knew how to say no to the fans. Like he literally, if you asked him for the shirt that he was wearing, he would have given it to you. Would have been a really weird thing to ask him, but he would have done it. And I feel like Caleb is the same way. Like he appreciates his fans and the people that support him. And he's just a really down to earth, nice person. And I don't know how I got lucky enough to have them both in my life. Obviously, Caleb and I aren't like BFFs or anything, but but you know, he knows me and I know him, and it's acquaintances, I guess. I don't know that I'd go right to friends, but maybe someday. But yeah, he's just a really nice guy, and he's a nerd, and he's funny, and you know, he does remind me a lot of Bray, like that sense of humor, like he's just silly, and um I love that about him.
Yeah.
So I'm
Uh,
very, very, very thankful that I was able to find him. Thankful that my husband took me to see a TSO show and I figured out who the heck he was.
yeah. Yeah.
So
That's awesome. And that was an awesome video. And Barry Monkey is actually admiring your headboard back there, saying, "Hello, gotta say, love the headboard. Old 1950s Dracula movies
oh
vibe.
my gosh.
I'm
Funny
genuinely
story.
jealous."
Yeah, funny story about that. This thing is so heavy that when we moved it out of our townhouse, it was upstairs. And so we had to move it downstairs, and thankfully our master bedroom is downstairs in our house. But literally when my husband and his best friend got set up in our bedroom here, uh my husband was like, the next time we move that thing, it's going to be to the trash can. I'm not moving that to another place. Because this thing, I mean, it is heavy. That is full on like solid wood. So
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Yes. Those well-made headboards are so
Yeah,
heavy and
it's like
so awkward to move.
yeah, it's like full on Amish wood. Like
Yeah.
it's it must weigh 200 pounds easily.
Wow.
It's heavy.
Yeah. Wow. James saying, "Shame all celebrities ain't like that because without fans, they wouldn't be in the position they're in."
And I get that to a certain extent. I do think sometimes fans can overstay their welcome. And I understand that sometimes, you know, sometimes you have to not be nice.
Yeah.
You know, when they're like when Rhea Ripley was in the airport and all those people were
Oh yeah.
trying to get her to sign stuff, knowing that they are just gonna sell them. Like, yeah, I understand needing to be kind of firm sometimes because a lot of people do take it for granted if they're super super nice. Like Bray. Um, I remember Bray was with his family and getting on the bus, and he was carrying his daughter, and someone came up and asked for an autograph, and he was, he is a nice dude. He's not going to say no, but that might not have been the best time.
Right. Right.
So I think there's a balance, and you know they know, for the most part, I feel like they know which ones they can allow in a little more and which ones they can't.
Yeah.
And I feel like, that's why, I got to know Bray a little bit more because we built kind of that level of trust. And I think Caleb's kind of there too. Like, he knows I'm not crazy. So, you know what I mean? Like, he'll, if he sees me at a show, I'm sure he will come and give me a hug. So, um, yeah, I think there's a very delicate line there.
Yeah.
It's a give and take. If
Mhm.
you're respectful and nice, then they'll be respectful, and most of them will be respectful and nice back.
Yeah. Absolutely. And James followed it up saying, "Oh, no doubt, a lot of fans are weird AF." Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah. And for me, it's the people that bum rush them and ask them to sign 50 things knowing that they're going to just turn around and go sell them. I think they're much more open to, genuine people who just want to say hi and get a hug from them, and all of that.
Yeah.
So I think they're, especially Caleb and Bray, like they knew who was genuine and who's not. And yeah, you build that level of trust and you're good. Thankfully, you know, I built that level of trust with Caleb, I think, because I shower him with presents. So, he's always like, you don't have to do that. But, subtext is, but I kind of like it.
It's
So
cool. It's cool.
I
So
do give you, he was like, you do give me really awesome stuff. So I'm not, that's just how I am. I'm a gift giver. So sorry, Caleb, that's not going to stop. I'm going to keep bringing you presents. They're not always, it's not like I spend a ton of money on them or anything like that. Like the artwork that I gave him from Scott of the Creature from the Black Lagoon Funko Pop, that, he sent that to me relatively inexpensively. And the meatloaf picture that I made for him, really, all I had to do was pay for the frame. So I'm not, spending thousands and thousands of dollars getting him stuff. It's just, little things that I think he would like.
yeah, it's just the thought. It's the thought behind it, and that's what matters. That's what matters.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to transition. I know we had some a bit ago. We had some merch that hit the shop.
Mm.
And I just wanted to show some of these, and we also had some tributes and some different things that we wanted to share. So
I ordered all of them.
All of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're great. They're great.
Yeah, I'm sure they may come out with more stuff. Especially, with the Hall of Fame coming up. I'm sure there'll be more stuff, but Bray and Caleb are two people that I'm not going to miss out on anything in their store. If they come out with a new piece of merch, I'm getting it. Yeah. So Bray's merch store is a little bit bigger than Caleb's, but nonetheless.
Yeah. Well, talking about the conversations and friendship there and relationship, you had this message.
This is my favorite message from Bray. And this shows like how genuine he was. So I sent this right after Brody passed away. This was not the last, thankfully this wasn't the last time that, we talked in DMs, but I think the last DM that I got from him was that he didn't care about the internet, just us, which was a beautiful thing to have that as my last message from him. But yeah, he was just so loving, and he was one of those people, love is a word that gets thrown around way too easily. And he was one of those people that I feel like were a little bit more careful. I mean, and when he says he loves you, he means it. Like, and when he said that in that promo, when someone said, "We love you, Brian," he said, "I love you too." Like, he meant it. And he loved people so much. I don't know how he had enough room in his heart to love as many people as he did, but and I think his dad said it best, that he said he was one of the most unselfish people ever.
I think I got, yeah, this was.
Yeah. And this is exactly how Bray was. Like, he would stop for somebody he didn't know and have a 10-minute conversation. And, we've talked about that before, about moments with him, that it didn't matter. I mean, and you can attest to this in Albany too. Like, it didn't matter how many people were in line. He was going to make sure that he spent adequate time talking to everybody. And
Right.
It wasn't just going to be, okay, hi, here's your hug, here's your picture, move on. I mean, he really spent time with everybody and made sure that each person that he talked to felt special.
Yep.
And yeah, that's what he said at the end. It gave him joy to help people out and to make them feel like they were something. That was his gift. And he was so good at it. Like, even though, you know, like on social media, he was not a fan of social media, but he, you know, 1.6 million followers, and he always read my messages. He wouldn't always respond, but the next time that I saw him in person, you know, he would talk about a message that I had sent him. So I knew he always read them, and he told me that he always read them. He was just really bad at responding, which, you know, pretty much everybody that knows him can attest to that. But, you know, but just, you know, he was just, I don't know how he had enough time to do that.
Yeah.
And to make everybody feel special and spend time with everybody, and love his family, as you know. And he was just one of a kind.
Yeah.
There won't
Well,
ever.
I think his dad said it in there that was his gift. Something like that is divinely given. I believe. I truly believe.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, I think I truly believe that about him. That truly was his gift. So
And I think I said that on Facebook too. Like, he really emulated his life after Jesus.
Yeah.
And if you look at the parallels between, you know, how Jesus lived as a man and the kindness that he showed to others, like, there were moments that he wasn't particularly nice. I'm talking about Jesus. Like, he could be firm but loving. And I feel like Bray was like that too. And, you know, I don't know if he just, obviously, like, we knew he was a Christian, but I don't know, you know, where that foundation came from, or if he grew up that way. But I felt like he had a really good grasp on how, as believers, we're supposed to live our lives. And it's loving people no matter what. It doesn't matter, you know, where they come from, what lifestyle they choose, how they choose to live their life. Like, you love them no matter what.
Right.
And he was a great role model for that.
Yep.
And I'm really glad that my, you know, my kids gravitated to that and, you know, saw him as that kind of role model.
Yeah.
And that's what his kids will always know. That's why I want to always honor him and talk about him, because, you know, unfortunately, I think his kids might be at the age where they're a little bit too young to actually have memories with him. I mean, that's about the age, you know, 3, 4 is about the age, you know, most kids have their first memories. So I want to make sure that they knew who their dad was, and they knew how special their dad was. And that's important. And I think that obviously all of Bray's family will do that as well. But it's our job as Fireflies to do that too, to make sure that anybody that wants to learn about Bray knows how wonderful he was.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I know we got a question about this in the chat, and I thought that this picture and everything, the whole conversation, this was kind of fitting. But Jeremy wants to know your thoughts, Jody, on if the family will let the WWE induct Bray into the Hall of Fame. Just curious, do you think they'd have any issues with that?
No. I mean, he's a third generation wrestler. I I I think it would be fitting to have Eric and Braun actually induct him, but then for his family to accept it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But I think it would be fitting for the two remaining members of the Wyatt family to induct him into the Hall of Fame. And, we've seen Braun recently say that when he
Mhm.
comes back, he's coming back for him.
For him, yep.
And that's beautiful.
It really is.
It's beautiful. And I know it's been really, really hard on the people that were really close to him, but I don't want to say he wouldn't want us to be sad, but he would go out of his way if you were sad to make you smile. And I think that's what Braun is going to come back and do. Like, he's going to honor him in the best way that he knows possible, because he knew him probably the best out of most people, except for his actual family. So I do think that he'll come back to honor him. Obviously, he's, Bray chose him to be the grandfather of his children. So he's really been, all the videos that I've seen with him and the kids, they're just adorable. And he's really stepped into that role of being a father figure for them. It's absolutely adorable. And I know it was supposed to be their wedding last week. And if you saw JoJo's Instagram story, she took them to where they were going to get married. And I guess Nash got pretty upset. And that just breaks your heart.
Yeah. Yeah,
But that's why it's important for us to keep honoring him, so that they know how wonderful their dad was.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, the holidays are going to be hard. I've kept in touch with the family, and, just continue to let them know that we're all praying for them, and that, they can reach out to just about any one of us if they need to talk or anything like that. But they know that we're here.
And I guess the second part to the Hall of Fame question is, do you think that they'll induct him in 2024? Do you think it'll be later than that?
I think they'll probably do it in 2024.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, because they haven't really talked about anybody for the Hall of Fame yet, but I think they will. And I already said to Chris, I said, we really should try to go.
Yeah.
I know that we've talked about, as a channel, going to WrestleMania, but the more fireflies we can get in that building,
Yeah.
I think the more special. That's how we really show, when we show up, that's how we really show that the family and that we're all still there.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be special. Absolutely special.
And Bray, when we took the kids to Great Wolf Lodge this weekend, we got in the room and there were lanterns and fireflies everywhere. Like, there were fireflies on the bedside table lamps, and there was a lantern and fireflies painted on the wall in the kids' cabin. And it really, it gave me the extra 5 minutes that I really wanted with him, I feel like, because we spent the whole weekend looking for lanterns and fireflies. So in a way, I prayed about that a lot. Like, I wish I could have just had 5 more minutes with him. And I feel like I got it this weekend playing Find the Lantern. And, that was just so unexpected to go into that room and there were fireflies everywhere. I cried a lot this weekend.
Yeah. But no, those are the moments. Those are special moments, that you cherish, and yeah, they mean a lot. So I know it's tough, but I'm glad that you had those moments, because I know that in many ways it was probably very comforting
Mhm.
to have those moments. So
And I was, I don't want to say I was terrified to go to Great Lodge, but I had concerns, um, because obviously we're taking 4 children and who, very seldom get along with each other. So I had a lot of concerns about how stressful that was going to be. I don't think you understand when you're not a parent until you become a parent how stressful it is having them all in one space at the same time. So, um, yeah, I had a lot. I don't want to say I was dreading it, but I kind of was. I was like, oh my gosh, how many arguments are there going to be this weekend? And how many meltdowns are we going to get? I mean, we can't even take them to the grocery store without one of them having a meltdown about something. So a whole weekend in the same building, I was, yeah.
yeah,
Um, so to walk in and see that, it was comforting. Like I could breathe
yeah,
because I knew he was there.
yeah, yeah. That's special. I mean, and what are the odds? First off, of something happening like that. I mean, it's not like you're going on look. It's not like they have the type of room and the decor and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
So, what are the odds of that happening? And you just gotta. That's what.
that's the moment.
That's the moment. Like that's the moment. And
And then finding them everywhere.
yeah,
Like we found them at the pool. We found them in the restaurant. I mean, they were everywhere.
everywhere. So that's special. That is special, and I'm so glad that you got that. Um, I I, I want to I want us to go into the artwork, but before we go into the artwork, um, I just gotta say that we will get back to you on our upcoming bracket. We still want some suggestions, folks. So send suggestions. We're
Yeah,
doing
when I put it out there, I kind of got crickets, and I got my feelings hurt a little bit.
so send some suggestions. Post them in the comments. Send them to Jodie on Twitter.
And we're doing
Uh,
paranormal movies.
Paranormal movies. So send some recommendations, and we'll get
Speaking of
that.
which, have you guys seen the new Exorcist?
I still have not seen it. I'm sure some folks in the chat have.
That was wild. That
Now,
was.
you said that it wasn't as jarring and scary as the first.
I say that only because I watched the first one probably when I was a little bit too young, and that was like one of the first scary movies I ever watched. So I think that one jarred me a little bit more because of the context.
Gotcha.
But the cinematography that they do in the new one is similar to the ones that they do in the original. Like there's moments when things flash on screen, and I loved that they brought that to it. There were a lot of nods to the first one, obviously with the cast too, with the mom coming back, but um yeah, I felt like there were adequate nudges to the original, and I loved that. But it was wild. And there's a good twist in it that really makes you realize how sneaky and conniving the devil really is.
Yeah. See,
You sit there at the end going, huh, he's a liar.
I gotta watch it. So
It's good.
yeah, I may watch it tomorrow night. But yeah, I've got to check it out this week.
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I wanted to let everyone know that we haven't forgotten about the challenge, and we also have to schedule the watch along
Yes,
for Halloween. So
for Halloween.
yes, so we'll be getting that out soon too. But yeah, let's get
And
to
send me your ideas for a contest
yes, send those
for
ideas.
our Caleb CD giveaway. Even if it's just something simple as like submit your name and I'll put him in a wheel. Because I want to share his beautiful voice with other people.
Yeah.
If maybe if we don't get enough people, I will just leave them in random places around Indianapolis.
Uh,
That would be kind of funny, actually. I'll start giving them to my patients. Here you go.
here you go. Early Christmas present. Here you go. James says, Jeff and Jody, imagine when Braun does return, Orton is in the ring. Lights go out, Braun on the apron in the black sheep mask, and he shouts, "We are not finished with you." Then Bray's laugh hits the arena.
I miss that laugh. I really do.
Yeah.
He had a great laugh. But I would love that.
Yeah. That
I
would be awesome.
think Braun is going to go balls to the wall with it.
Yeah, and I'm excited for him for that because I know he's gonna put his all into that, and I'm really excited about that. All right, so let's get started here. We got some.
So apologies if I don't remember. You know how I am. I never remember where I got it from because it's been like 3 weeks since we've done a show. So but I have been collecting people's wonderful tattoos. So if this is your tattoo, please let me know so I can shout you out. But I saw this one and I said, I kind of want Kyle to do that now
It's so good.
with the lantern.
Yeah.
And I have a piece of artwork with Bray doing that, holding up the lantern that Scott drew. So I low key kind of want Kyle to do. I kind of want him to do something like that, but I kind of want him to do the moth too. I don't know. Thankfully, I have until April to think about it. And Kyle is such a good dude. Like he knows that it's going to be a Bray piece.
Yeah.
So, but I do
Yes.
love that. I love this.
It's awesome.
And I kind of want it. Because Kyle can kill that.
Oh yeah. Oh for sure. For sure.
Yeah. Love this piece from Brittany. Keep her in your thoughts and prayers too. She's having a little bit of a tough time at the moment. So if you can reach out to her and just let her know that she's loved and we care about it and that we care about her, because words mean a lot. Positive reinforcement and just those words of encouragement go such a long way.
Yeah, awesome piece. And then here's another great one by her as well.
I love that one. I love the background looks like millions of fireflies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really
cool. Piece from Blake. I love this one. I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving, by the way, because we haven't been here since before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, hopefully everyone had a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I ate a lot.
Yes.
Cooked a lot.
I tried a new recipe and it went really well. And now my kids have asked me to make it for their birthdays. I did a Victoria sponge cake and normally in a Victoria sponge cake, it's just like a yellow cake sponge with cream and preserves in the middle. So I put strawberry preserves, and then for the whipped cream, the buttercream, I did salted caramel buttercream.
Ooh.
And that came out really, really good.
That sounds delicious.
So yeah, if TSO joins us for Christmas dinner, maybe I'll make my salted caramel Victoria sponge cake for dessert.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. We'll get
See,
back.
James Chadwick knows what I'm talking about. Victoria sponge cake is so good.
So now I'm
Uh,
curious.
oh, it's so good. I mean, it's just like it's kind of like a yellow cake, but it's a little denser.
Okay.
And I made the buttercream from scratch.
Mm.
And it was the first time that I'd made buttercream, and it was supposed to have vanilla in it, and I didn't have any vanilla, but I had salted caramel coffee like syrup, and I'm like, I wonder if that would be good. Yes, it was.
It was. That's a time where an experiment worked. Like it.
Yes, I think Chris's dad wanted to take the whole thing home. um I believe, is this a Jesse piece? No, maybe. No.
Uh,
Yeah, it is. No, I don't know. Either way, it's awesome. I
yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Alicia said Jodie on Bake Off now. Yeah, no, I can't handle that amount of pressure. But I do love that show.
Oh,
Love,
good
love
Lord, James.
what?
James sent me a picture of it,
Oh,
of
yeah.
this cake. Oh my God. Okay. Now
It's good.
yeah.
It's good. This is a Kyle piece. And if he was still doing colors, I would tell him to do this one. Actually, I
Yeah.
did message him and said, "Are you sure you can't do colors anymore?"
Yeah. Cause this is, oh my gosh. I
It's
love
so good. It's
it.
beautiful.
It
Beautiful,
really,
beautiful, beautiful. We'll always put Kyle in here.
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'll always light the way. All you have to do is let me in. You know, my kids go around and say that randomly. Like, he'll always light the way. All you have to do is let him in.
Awesome.
Oh, this is my Christmas tree. I did cry putting this up.
That's awesome though. I like
You know,
it.
because we have all of the Christmas ornaments that they released. We bought all of those. So all of the Christmas ornaments, the Fiend and the Funhouse ones are all up there. You know, my little tagline was, "You're the color red in a world full of black and white," and obviously 2 amazing pieces of art from Kyle in the background. I'm sending you a picture of my Victoria sponge cake. I'm texting it to you. So yeah, I got a little teary-eyed with all the red lights and all um the little ornaments.
Like, wow.
What, my sponge cake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have to ask for a recipe because
It's
right.
pretty easy. The buttercream isn't very easy to make it from scratch because you have to be really patient.
Yeah. And I'm not, so I would have to.
I don't know who did this one, but I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's that cartoon style again. Like, it almost feels like an Alanium piece or a Rob Schomburger piece, maybe. I don't know, but I like it.
Yeah.
Betty
It's
flipped out when he did that.
that's awesome. Awesome piece.
This is a Wrestling Edits on Instagram, I believe, for Fiend Friday. And you know, we all love the Fiend. I love all the different expressions, even though it's a mask. He still had so many different expressions.
Another great piece. All of these are great. I mean, every
Yeah.
week, every time we Yeah, great pieces.
I don't know what this was about, but this is another Kyle piece. And it's freaking awesome. He always puts these like weird taglines that make you think it might be about but I love this. Like, I don't know how do you draw something like that?
Right?
Like, seriously. How do you draw something like that?
I'm floored because, like, yeah, I mean, how do you do that?
I don't know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Obviously,
Because I can't talk.
we're just gonna have to have Kyle on again.
Yeah, I mean, like, I can't draw, so
No.
my goodness. And I'm stalling
Well,
right
he
now
does
because
look like that.
I want other people to see this cake, by the way. So I'm feverishly working behind the scenes to put this picture together so I can get it up here.
That's our good friend Dom.
Yeah, Dom. Shout out
That
Dom.
is his moth tattoo, and that's pretty much exactly what I want to get if Kyle did it without the colors. But I don't know. I kind of want him to do a big beret piece because I have a guy here that can draw the moth. I mean, it's not super,
Yeah.
intricate,
Like
but
that's
I love that.
yeah, that's an awesome, awesome tattoo. Shout out to Dom. We miss you, dude.
Yes.
Hopefully,
We miss
hopefully we
you.
can see you soon.
So when I met Bray up in Albany, we had our fiend on the scene, and I took pictures every single day of what the fiend on the scene was doing. I printed them out, and me and Logan put them all together in a book. And that was what I gave Bray in Albany, was a picture every day of what the fiend on the scene that was doing. And I said, Logan made this, and he looked at me and he goes, Logan made it? And I said, okay, I made it, but he helped. But our fiend on the scene is back this year, and this was
Awesome.
the first thing that he did. We've renamed him because obviously we have a Wyatt now, with our puppy dog. So now he's Fiendy. Because Bray used to call him Fiendy. So yeah, this was how he returned, sitting there in the kitchen with the lantern and the signed picture of the Wyatt family and a little note saying that it's going to be it's not going to be the same without him, but he loved you guys.
Absolutely. Got a couple more pictures here.
Got the keys to my new house today. That's awesome.
Yeah, congratulations, Jeremy.
Moving is fun.
Yeah.
I'm one of the weird people that actually enjoys moving into a new place.
And I say that I share that same
I think I just sometimes I like starting over.
Yeah.
It's probably my ADHD. I get not bored, but I'm ready for a fresh perspective and a fresh look. Again, how do you draw this?
Yeah, that's wow.
And I'm guessing that's pencil. I mean, I don't know how you guys are so talented. Hi, Tazzy.
I'm telling him now to drop that link in the chat as soon as we're done. You might have a little time to take a bathroom break or whatever you need to do, get some food maybe, like I have to do real soon since I haven't had any today. And go check out Tazzy's NXT stream tonight. Should be a good night.
I'll teach you a secret about headaches. Drink a little salt water.
drink what now?
A little bit of salt water.
Salt water.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
See if it goes away. You let me know.
Okay. I'll try that.
Oh, I love this. So obviously Joe Gacy, Brittany sent him a picture that she drew, and he actually sent her this, that he has it, and I love that. It's
Yeah,
always, I'm sure it's always nice as an artist to have the person that you draw appreciate what you draw.
yep. That's awesome. Awesome. Shout out to Joe Gacy for doing that. And shout out to Brittany for having that interaction and being able to share her art with the person that she drew and
I know.
them sharing
Wild.
that. So that's awesome. So congratulations to her.
Yeah.
And congratulations to anyone who ate this. Because you won Thanksgiving.
That is my Victoria sponge cake.
that looks good. I saw that and I was like, you know what? Everyone else has to see it. So I moved a couple things around, but hey, I had to share it because it does look good. So thank you for sending me that picture, and thank you, James Chadwick. I now am on a mission to make this, and it'll be yet another dessert that my kids will ask me to make regularly, because now they always ask me to make my peach cobbler, and they always ask me to make bread pudding. And then
Yeah, it's fairly easy.
okay,
Except the buttercream. You just have to really be patient with it. But it'll get there. It'll take probably 10 minutes, but it'll get there. You just have to be patient with it and add the sugar very slowly.
okay.
But
Yeah, that looks amazing.
The rest of it's pretty easy. It's,
that looks amazing.
Thank you.
All right.
There you go. The gentleman of TSO. I can make this for you if you come for Christmas.
That's right. Hey, somebody clip that and at Caleb and be like, look, that's the dessert that you can get. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us this evening. Tazzy has dropped the link in the chat for his stream this evening for NXT. So go hang out with Tazzy. Subscribe to Tazzy's channel if you haven't already. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. Now I'm extremely hungry, and
Nash swears a spoonful of Himalayan salt and water will cure a headache.
wow, I'm gonna try it. I am.
It works. There's a science behind it.
I'm gonna try it. Let's see. Alicia saying, would you ever go on Squid Games? I would.
No.
You wouldn't go on there?
No.
That reality show that they have now, the little game show that's based on the movie or the show series?
I haven't watched enough of it to really make an adequate decision, I guess, but I don't I crack under pressure. I don't handle pressure very well. Unless I'm at work. I handle work pressure fairly well. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I would love it.
I wouldn't want to be like, being famous would be like a nightmare. So being on a TV show that's very popular, I didn't know. That's like my worst nightmare.
That's like the only drawback for me is I don't want to be a public figure.
No, that's like my worst nightmare. So
I just want to be able to chill and just be me under the radar.
Yes.
Yes. All right, well, Jodie, any final thoughts before we head out this week?
Yeah, let me know what you guys want to do with the Caleb contest, because I'm definitely eager to get these sent out. And make sure if you do win, that when you get it, you take a picture so that I can send all of those to Caleb, because I know he will love it. So yeah, think of a contest.
Sounds good. And let us know, like I said, hit Jodie up on Twitter, leave a comment under this video, hit us up on Twitter, whatever, however you need to get in touch with us. But yeah, share your ideas, please. We want to hear them.
And your paranormal movie ideas. Need to collect those too.
That's right. That's right. We need those. So hopefully by next week we can put out the new bracket and start our watching. And then say one more thing. Well, actually two more things, but the first of the last two. With these with the watch alongs, we're gonna let you know. We're gonna give you a poll and kind of let you vote and see what a good day and time is, and we'll get with you all so we can get the first one scheduled.
Yeah.
And then Thursday night, it looks like we're doing an Impact stream, not doing a old school TNA pay-per-view, because they're showing what they're calling hidden gems, so never before seen moments and matches from Impact Wrestling. So looks like we're going to be doing that. So come join us on Thursday, 7:45 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be doing some Impact Wrestling. The last episode possibly of anything related to Impact. And then we'll be moving into the new year and moving to TNA. So that's all I have. Jodie, you got anything else?
I love you guys.
We love you very much, everyone. And I figured, I want to play this for people because the joy of wrestling is magical. It's really magical. As you all know, probably, unless you just have not paid attention to a phone or anything recently, CM Punk is back in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And Jodie's husband, Chris, had a reaction, and it was awesome. And I definitely wanted to play it and kind of end the episode here. But here we go. Here's Chris's reaction to CM Punk returning to WWE.
Wow. You are looking live at a sold-out All-State Arena in Chicago. 17,000.
Happy?
Yes.
That was awesome. That was awesome. That was pretty awesome.
He was screaming before that. I just didn't, get that on video.
No, that's awesome. And James with the comment here. What? Punk is back? Why ain't no one ever tell me?
Oh man. That feud between him and Seth is gonna be cinematic gold.
It is. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Amazing.
I can't wait for that one. I cannot wait for that one. Yeah, thank you all so much. We greatly appreciate it. Now I'm extremely hungry and I'm gonna find something to eat real quick here. Thanks a lot, Jodie, for making delicious looking food. And thank you, James Chadwick, for sending me that sending me that picture first, and then Jodie sending me hers. Yeah, thank you guys, because now I'm gonna go just devour some food. So thank you all. But yeah, have a good evening, everyone. Stay safe and be kind. Darn it, be kind. Or as Jed Shepard would say, don't be a dick.
Mm-hmm.
So words to live by. Thank you, Jed, for that gem. So have a good evening, everyone, and we'll see you next time.